just happened here? I'm having like, it must be, what was that movie called? Oh, something about Mary? I was having a something about Mary moment with my hair right there. Okay. Let's set up the chat filter. I think that looks okay. There we go. We don't want to hide chats. That would be a terrible thing to do. That would be literally no community interaction. And what would be the fucking point of coming on here if there was no community interaction? And then I would literally be the weird chick on YouTube just talking to herself. So there's no point in that. Okay. Now let's take my handy little level and make sure that everything is leveled over here. Oh no, that made it worse. Hey Beth. Oh, thank God you're here. Thank you. I am not just talking to myself right now. That shelf does not look straight. Okay. Hold on. Right, the shelf does not look straight. Okay, let's file things that Faye cannot control. Happening today is the noise that is happening outside my window. This is something I have zero control over. It's not even happening outside my window. It's happening like half a block down. It's actually, in fact, happening half a block down that when I look out the window, I can't even see where it is. So it's, Lord knows, things we can't even see can cause serious disruptions in our life. Can they not? I tell you. I think that looks pretty straight. Let's leave the level alone. Hello, Beth, darling. I'm glad that you made it. I was late today because I was playing with new makeup, and I like it. So I know Venus is in retrograde, and they're like, no, don't do beauty things when Venus is in retrograde. You know what? Life cannot wait. I needed new makeup. I bought it. I wasn't gonna wait until after April 12th to buy new makeup. It's not happening. Guess what? When I need to get my hair cut and colored, which is gonna happen during Venus being in retrograde, it's gonna happen. Life cannot be put on hold because of the cosmos. Do not allow anyone to tell you there are certain things that you cannot do because it is not a favorable time astrologically. There's a planet that is almost always in retrograde. Our life cannot wait because things are going on in retrograde. Live your life, just be conscious of the energy and we'll be fine. Thank you. Thank you so much, Beth. It sounds like a robot snoring. Oh my God. I can't unhear that now. It actually does sound like a robot snoring. Thank you for that. So I'm gonna reframe it. Guys, we have a robot snoring outside of my window today. Isn't this exciting? AI at its finest. That's what it is. Oh, I'll take it. I like her music. Okay. I'm good with the Roxette comparison. It's better than the Ellen DeGeneres one, because that one, it's like, I'm sorry, no. Like, if someone's saying that because they're trying to insult me, try harder. But Roxette, I'm down with that. Hi, Sarah, darling. Hi, Joe. It's nice to see everybody. Thank you for joining me today. It's not that I didn't have anything that I couldn't record. I did, I just wasn't in the mood of it. So here we go. See, this is a fine example of working with the energy that we are feeling astrologically. I was just not feeling like doing a video on the Freemasons. I'm sorry. It will come, probably next week I'll have a video on the Freemasons. I just wasn't in the mood of sharing it today. I was like, you know what? Thank you for the hearts, guys. I was like, you know what? I want to hang out with my friends. So here we are, we're hanging out with a robot snoring outside my window. Real life over here. No, but also my mom was here visiting for a week. And while she was here, I didn't do any channeling. It was amazing. It was a true vacation for me. I was on vacation also. I was on vacation where I live. It was amazing. So I didn't do any channeling. And it's good, actually, I have found being an energy reader, it's very, very good to take breaks because otherwise burnout is real. Burnout can happen. So it's just, you know, it's like taking on so much energy, even if I'm protecting myself, even when I'm clearing the energy, it's a lot of energy to take on, and I don't want to take on all of that energy. So I took a break. It was amazing. I have channeled information on the Masons that I will share next week, and whatever else actually comes up. I think also, hello Willow Pillow, darling. I also think, what's his name? Albert Einstein might get his own mini energy read. We'll see. I know that you guys do not love the historical figures, but fuck you. This is my channel. I get to share what I want to share also, and I'm perfectly okay if it doesn't get as many views as more current subjects or celebrities. Like, it's my channel. I can do what I want to. If I want to share historical figures, that's my free will. It's also your free will to decide if you want to watch it or not. But I'll see. I have to go back and check out and see how many pages I have on him. It might be like a true mini. Like, as far as minis go, sometimes they're on the longer side of mini, and sometimes they're like 6 minutes long mini. But some of you guys like the shorter ones, so you might like that a lot. Hello, Nicole, darling. So, how's everybody doing? It's fucking freezing here. It's not a coincidence that I'm actually bundled up in a sweater. It's cold, it's raining. There's a robot snoring outside my window. No, it's really cold today. And it's gonna rain like all week here. So there's that. But you will not have to see me in a sweater every single day this week, because guess the fuck what, guys? I'm not going live every day this week. Oh, freezing in Ireland too. When does it get nice for you there? Because here in LA, we actually can still be wearing jackets in May, and sometimes even until June. Like, it's not quite as cold, but the winter, because it starts later in the year, it also goes later in the year. I'm curious when it's actually springtime for you. Hey, Cece. Okay, so I know, to be fair, it's California. And not Northern California, I'm in Southern California. I actually don't know what the temperature is today. It might even be in the 50s. Like, it really is, like, for us snowflakes, this is considered cold. Oh, it may also for you. Wow, okay. I could just move to like Ireland then, but I'm sure you have colder winters, right? But it's beautiful there. You just don't have palm trees. Like, if we could import palm trees to places like Ireland, I think a lot of Californians would move there. I would probably move there. Like, Ireland, the pictures that I've seen of it, it's magnificent. I would not mind being there. Hey, darling. Remind me, sweetheart, your name is Barbara, right? I think you're Barbara, right? I did take a break. Okay, you do like the historical videos, and I'm okay with that. Well, here's also the thing, like, there's historical figures that are from Europe, and then there's like American historical figures. Because like Albert Einstein is like, not that I think people don't know who he is, but like, you know, he's like American. Like, there's a difference between like ancient history, like when I had looked into Henry VIII, versus looking into somebody like Albert Einstein. Thank you. Oh, Patricia. I apologize. That was my bad. Thank you, Patricia. Okay, I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the historical videos. Good. He might get one. I don't think I have a lot of notes on him, but I think the three-dimensional facts about him could more than make up for it. We'll see. I don't know. And then I have Freemasons, and then I don't know what else. Like, I started looking into subjects for the next AMA, and I kind of am also thinking, because I really enjoyed the live stream AMA, so I'm thinking to do the next AMA also as a live stream. You guys can weigh in and let me know how you feel about that. But I'm kind of feeling those were fun, so I think I would want to do that again. Oh, no. There was like a shadow. I was like, wait a minute, this is not the same color that I'm wearing on my lips. But when I put the straw in my mouth, I was like, that looks like that's the same color. No, it's not even close to the same color. Faye, get your eyes examined. Nicole, Einstein, according to written history, has made a huge contribution to current society. So looking into him behind the veil, oh, it's incredibly intriguing. I like that. Yes, Jim Carrey, I have looked into for a previous segment in an AMA. And then Jim Carrey also came up in the members exclusive video that I had done on, what's his name? Isaac Cappy. So he's come up in multiple videos. But the segment on Jim Carrey alone, you can go back to the AMAs and you will find him. He is there. Beth, speaking of Einstein, there is a rumor that Stephen Hawking once stated that the Vedas may contain a theory superior to Einstein's E = mc squared. Is there any truth to that? Oh, this is fire. Okay, so let me... Okay, Nicole, you did just watch that one on Jim Carrey. Yeah. I'm going to read the question again, Beth, and then I'm going to see if I can see if there's any truth into that. So speaking of Einstein, there is a rumor that Stephen Hawking once stated, so here's the thing, it sounds like there's multiple questions in one question. So is the question, did Stephen Hawking say that? Or is the question, is there any truth that the Vedas contain a theory superior to Einstein's E = mc squared? So which question do you actually want me to look into? You can let me know and then I can look into it. Both if possible. So what's being shown to me about the Vedas is there's a lot of, it's cloaked, it's being shown to me like, imagine a mage walking down, like walking into the night and they're holding a torch. They're cloaked. And it's not a torch that emits a lot of light. It's a torch that has very, very, very little light. So it's more like the mage is being very discerning, but it's a different kind of discerning. It's not just like discerning in terms of like, who should I share this? When is the time appropriate for this to actually be unveiled? So there's a lot of information that is cloaked intentionally in the Vedas, and it actually, the key that is going to unlock it is when enough people in humanity reach a certain level in terms of their ascension and their evolution. It's almost like there's a certain percentage of the population that needs to be awake, and then once that certain percentage of the population is awake, that acts as some sort of like an activation key that people will be able to read they'll be able to read it with new eyes, with a different level of understanding that's connected to ascension of humanity. And there's a lot of actual things that are tucked away in there that we don't even understand. Or we're understanding it on like a basic bitch fundamental level, but as we ascend more and more, we'll be able to understand it on a deeper level. So that's what's being shown to me about the Vedas. Stephen Hawking's it's so interesting because when I'm looking into him right now, the way he processed information is being shown to me. Do you guys remember the scene in the end of the Matrix where Neo starts to see the world as the Matrix and he doesn't see it as the projection of what they want people to think that it is? So where he starts to see a series of numbers, it's a black screen with the numbers that are flashing. That's the way that Stephen Hawking's, it's being shown to me, it was his mental way of doing processing. I'm not saying he saw the world as if Neo saw it in the Matrix. It's more to say his mental processing was akin to seeing things in that kind of a nature. Now, I don't even know what that means because it's saying to me it's not literal to the way it was shown in the Matrix. So he saw certain things behind the veil. He saw scientific principles behind the veil. Now, it's also very, very interesting because I don't know, I really know next to nothing. Was there a movie that I had seen on him? I think there was a movie I had seen on him with, I don't even remember the actor's name. he was like really, really intelligent, right? It's being shown to me that the intelligence was borrowed away from interpersonal relationships, and it was funneled directly into his understanding of scientific concepts. So it's kind of like, imagine this, the way his soul designed his life experiences to be in this lifetime was, you can come in, he could come in and have incredible intelligence, but it was going to be at the cost of his interpersonal relationships. And he said, okay, he was okay with that. So but also it's being shown to me he was very, I'm seeing so much water, which always to me is, it's a reference to emotions. He got very flustered around people. He felt very like out of sorts when he was around people. And this is, again, it's not because he had like this conscious awareness that his soul had decided he was not going to necessarily feel comfortable around people. People didn't make sense to him the way scientific concepts did, because scientific concepts to him, like, he just got it. It just, like, it came to him like that. He could like look at something and he could unpack it and he could understand the way that things worked. So he saw, and it's specific to like scientific concepts, he saw scientific concepts like beyond the veil. There was no veil. There was no obfuscation in the way, thank you, Beth. There was no obfuscation in the way that he actually saw concepts, but people to him remained one of life's biggest mysteries. Now I'm going to catch up on some comments here. Hello, Lisa, darling. Yes, Willow Pillow. Marina is also, she has her own segment in a previous AMA. And I think you will really enjoy that, because I found her to be incredibly interesting and insightful. So you will definitely want to check that out. Oh, and thank you, Sarah. Sarah, you rock. Thank you for answering my question. Lisa Sims, hello. What happened to Angie Stone? Was it just an accidental car accident? I don't even know who Angie Stone is, but I can certainly look into the energy around her. I don't know what if the toxicology report came back, but it's being shown to me that she was on pills. So I'm going to say it probably was some sort of an accident, but she was not, the word that came in is coherent. She was not completely coherent. She did not have all of her mental, for lack of a better word or lack of a better way of putting it, it's going to kind of sound mean. She didn't have all of her mental capacities at that moment, because she was under the influence of some sort of pills. I'm not saying it was like recreational drugs. It's more maybe like, I don't know, like Percocet, Oxycontin, something like that. And it's being shown to me that she was like literally like buzzing. She was like vibrating. Not like she had the shakes like a Parkinson's person. That was insensitive, like a person that has Parkinson's, but more that she was energetically buzzing. She was energetically vibrating in her body, and she did not have access to her full capacities. Yeah, Gene Hackman, I'm getting a lot of questions about it. So sometimes when I look into a person's energy and they've recently crossed over, they are all too happy to talk. Gene Hackman is really confused right now on the other side. I feel like he was confused in life, especially in the last years, and it's my understanding that he had advanced stages of dementia. It's kind of being shown to me that look at it this way, like the energetic resonance of dementia carried through onto the other side, as in kind of like his soul has to detox the dementia that he had. Now, I think he had dementia for many, many, many years, and it was maybe not necessarily reported. But no, I'm going to answer your question fully in a second, sweetie, but darkness is not winning, no. So it is my belief that he actually, based on his energy, had dementia for a lot longer than it might have been publicly known or reported, and it was almost to the point that he had it for so long that he needs to, like, on a soul level, detox it, because it became almost like a fundamental part of who he was that he doesn't even understand. So he's on the other side. He's very confused. not quite dementia ridden on the other side, but it's more like, I don't know where I am, I don't know how I got here, I don't know, like he's just all out of sorts. So he's not a good source to connect to when trying to understand what had happened to him and the events of him crossing over, because he's still out of it. Now his wife, she doesn't want to talk. She is devastated and she is shocked that she is out of her body. She doesn't want to talk. She doesn't want, or at least she doesn't want to talk to me. She is like furious. She's furious. She doesn't understand how she got out of her body. And she's pissed off that she is like, she can't, she's like, no, why am I here? No, I'm supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be in my body. What do you mean I can't get back into my body? She's furious. So I cannot get a conclusive answer from either of them at this time. Lisa Sims, okay, thanks. She was an R&B singer that had a few popular songs. I hope that answered your question then. Lungiswa asked, is darkness currently winning? No. Now, this is not to say that we're not, as a collective group of humanity, going to go through some sort of a dark night of the soul, because I believe that we will. However, it's an evolution and our expansion of the collective consciousness. So as opposed to, let's say, a few people being awake, and a few or many thousand people having gone through some sort of a dark night of the soul and a spiritual awakening, look at it like that has to happen to the entire collective of humanity, because we have to be stripped bare of everything that we are not, so that way we can be a energetic match for the light. So we are ascending in harmony with universal consciousness, with the vibration and the energy here on earth. Because if one ascends faster than the other one, we will not be a harmonic match for all parts of a whole. So it's a very, very slow and deliberate process. Now here's also the thing. We have been very conditioned due to Team Darkside's programming to step away from our intention and why we were created to come to the earthly domain in the first place, which was to create. But that has been, or we have been rather, redirected away from that towards thinking that a highly successful life looks like more materialism. So a nicer car, a nicer house, designer labels. That's a heavy, dense, three-dimensional energy. So if you will, that's kind of like the opposite of what it means to be having gone through a dark night of the soul and to be spiritually inclined, awake, and aware. So collectively, we are going to have to be disconnected from the attachments and the associations that we have to heavy, dense 3D energy. There are many of us that have actually stepped away from that. Those people, as I have shared in a lot of my other content, look at them like they are spiritual Sherpas. So just like somebody who wants to climb Mount Everest, they are going to be working with a Sherpa, and that is somebody that is already kind of like checked out the weather. They know how it's going to be on those specific days that you can climb to the top of Mount Everest. They've already gone up ahead. They've already, like, in addition to like scouting out the route, if there's like new ropes that I don't even know how these things work. Okay, we're still here. Guys, let me know if you can still see me. I got a phone call and I quickly exited out. I didn't answer it, but let me know if you can still see me. So look at it this way, like if these Sherpas need to go and they need to put like new ropes in place, or they need to, whatever it is that they need to do, right? So there's many of us that have already woken up. We are the spiritual Sherpas, because if en masse, everybody on planet Earth woke up at once, no one would have a fucking clue what was going on. And there would be literal chaos in the world. So that is why we cannot all wake up at one time. There's kind of like shifts of us that are waking up in different groups and at different times. So that way, when people that are waking up behind us do start to wake up, There's already people that know what's going on, and we can be like, we got you, don't worry. We can explain the way that the world is actually working. So Team Darkside is not winning, but it's not to say that dark things are not going to be exposed in the world. Understand, please, that if it is being exposed, it doesn't mean that it is still happening. It means that it is being exposed. Because only when corruption is exposed can we tear down the corrupt systems and can we then rebuild them. But if we ourselves are still stuck in a low vibration, then we cannot rebuild with a high vibration. So we have to first wake up collectively, and then once we are all awake, will more and more and more corruption be revealed. So if we see corruption is being revealed, congratulations. That means we are actually in the process of ascending, and it is a very, very high vibe thing. It's amazing that we are here at this time. It is amazing that our souls agreed to be here. We are part of the expansion and the evolution of the entire consciousness. That was a great question though, so thank you for asking it. Lisa Sims, one being no more rain in the, I don't know that song. I'm gonna have to look it up afterwards though. Sarah, Faye, have you looked into the recent crossing over of, I have not yet. I'm gonna catch up on comments. I wanna make sure that you guys can all see me and then I can look into her, okay, honey? Nicole, Henry VIII video was great. Have you thought about doing a standalone video on his wives by their perspective by chance? I am definitely open to it. I will see if more of the wives energy wants to come in. I think I could do an entire standalone video. I find them actually all to be incredibly fascinating. Like, I think I could do a standalone video on Anne Boleyn alone. She would be fascinating. Another one that I also really like is Catherine Howard. I like actually all of them. Like, on some level, I got why he married them, but like Catherine Howard to me also fascinating. Anne of Cleves, fascinating. Like all of them. So yes, I definitely can see myself looking into all of them again, and then potentially doing, if I have enough material on each wife independent, doing standalone videos on them. Thank you for the question. That's an excellent one. You're welcome, Willow. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know you can still see me. So, oh, hi, Samaya. I'm glad that you caught us, darling. I'm glad you caught us. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly, so if I'm not, please let me know. But Lungizwa, thank you so much for your answer. Oh, my absolute pleasure. And I love that you guys are tuning in from all over the world. It's wonderful. But yeah, the bottom line, the short answer of the very, very long answer that I gave you, no. Team Darkside is not winning. And if you want to learn more about this, I would encourage you to check out the video that I had done on, I think it's what's it called? Vibrational, something New Earth. I have a video called Something and the New Earth. And I do a lot more of a deeper dive into all of these ideas in that video. I love the pink hand. You know what it reminds me of? You know those kids' toys they had? By the way, you guys are rock stars. There's 10 of you in here right now and there's 10 thumbs up. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. But the pink, I think it's like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like an indication of like high five or waving. I love you guys. Thank you for the hearts. It reminds me of like those kids' hands. They're like the sticky hand. They get so disgusting. Pip got one in like a goodie bag from a birthday party. It was repulsive. These things get so fucking dirty. Oh my God. And then you wash them, you know, it's supposed to make them sticky again. And then they get all like cruddy and dusty and dirty and disgusting again. But it reminds me of those toy hands that are like sticky that you can throw at the wall. That's what it reminds me of. I don't know why. I'm sure it was not like created with that intention, but when I see it, that's what I see. So there. Are we all consciously hydrating today? I was doing some housekeeping this morning and I wanted to try to push a whole bunch of items live on my Etsy shop. I only got around to one because I was having storage issues with my phone again, so I had to pause everything to take care of that. But I have actually a water bottle that I'm going to be pushing to go live. I also have a fantastic one, and my friends that are in the Telegram chat already got a sneak peek of it. I have a fantastic one about being what is it, Hollywood's best energetic tabloid writer. That one's gonna go live. The water bottle. I have Big Dragon Energy sweatshirt that's also gonna go live. And I have I'm Kind of a Big Deal in Hollywood. So hopefully, maybe tonight or tomorrow, all of those are gonna go live. I hope so. And they're really good. And I put also a new listing up on my Etsy shop for a new reading where I am your spiritual Google. So if you have a question about the way that the world works, anything, you can ask it. And those sessions are going to be phone calls because I have found when we are looking into a metaphysical topic, there's always follow-up or subsequential questions that come from the very, very first one as we start to unpack it and look into it. So I think that's going to be a really, really interesting session for anybody that is very, very curious about the way that the world is working. Or just save your questions for when we get together like this and you can ask them too. Drinking a rooibos tea as we speak, our indigenous herbal tea. It's 10:30 p.m. over here. Ooh, I have to say, I think that's really lovely. Like a little SoularFlow fam live stream, drinking some tea before bed. That sounds absolutely lovely. I wouldn't mind that either, to be honest. But yes, Beth, yes. I'm so glad to hear that. Good. Keep consciously hydrating. I got some amazing new teas as well, but I have not made any of them because they're supposed to be cooling and it's so fucking cold here. I can't imagine being any colder. So I don't know. They might have to be like summertime teas or something like that because like I'm bundled up. I have the heat on and I'm wearing a sweater. Just to let you know how cold it is. But also I live in a, and if you've been here for a while, you already know, I love my apartment, I love my building. It's pre-World War II. The building that I live in is almost 100 years old. Now, this is, you know, way before there was central air. So the way that they had built these old buildings back then was with the intention of being cold, because Los Angeles is technically considered to be a desert, even though it doesn't really look like one anymore. But 100 years ago, it was not as developed as it is now, so it definitely resembled more of a desert. So the way that these buildings were designed and the old houses was to be cold in the summer. And again, it wasn't really built with the intention of, you know, being hot. Because it is hot here naturally, like except for when it's not. So it's very, very cold naturally. The old buildings and the old houses retain cold temperatures better than hot temperatures. So when it's cold, we're all fucking feeling it. And I don't have, again, it's an old building. I don't have central heat. I don't have central air. I have like a little like radiator in the corner that like makes it hot in here. That's enough. Nobody cares about that. No one cares, Faye. Lisa, I am also curious about what happened to Michelle. Oh, thank you. Thank you for keeping me on task, guys. Beth, gorgeous sweater, but thank you, darling. Thank you. Hi, lovely Shanna. Can you explain more in depth about who are the underground people? Yes. How do they sleep different from it? Yes. So I've kind of touched upon them in one of my members' videos. I'll touch upon them a little bit more. However, there's a lot of questions about Michelle Trachtenberg first. Oh, wait a minute. No, I did kind of look into it. I didn't do a full deep dive. It was shown to me that her body was starting to actually shut down. I didn't see any foul play, to be honest. She had some kidney issues and it was taxing her system. It was overtaxing her system. So look at it kind of this way. There was a lack of balance in the integrity of all of the systems in her body. So when one went offline without a lack, when there is a lack of balance in the body, or there's a lack of adequate chi or energy or vitality that is flowing through the body, when one of her organs started to fail, it was actually starting to tax her entire system as a whole. So I did not see any foul play. I think she really died to what would be considered, she really did cross out of her body in what would be considered to be so-called natural causes. But what was shown to me was the natural causes were connected or directly connected to the fact that she had an unhealthy body. The chi or the life force energy was not flowing in her body. So she was in a very suppressed energetic state where her body could not refresh and rejuvenate itself because she was so energetically compromised. So yes, it's as close as natural causes as could be considered in a case like that. She did have kidney issues, yes. Lisa Sims, I heard she had kidney issues, but she was the same age as me, so it really hit me when it happened, yeah. So she was just like, look at it kind of this way. If a person doesn't detox their body and they have a toxic overload, that's going to take a toll on their body. Now, I'm not saying that she had a toxic overload. I'm saying more that she had sluggish chi, sluggish energy. The energy was not flowing in her body. So therefore, when one organ started to fail, other organs started to get kind of like pulled down by that sluggish energy as well. Hello, Millie. I'm so glad that you caught us, darling. So that's about Michelle. Now, what was shown to me about, I'm going to kind of have to talk in code, lovely Shana, okay, darling? But basically, for anyone who's not, hasn't heard this concept or doesn't know what it is, there are people that live underground. I'm not being sarcastic, I'm not being facetious. There are people that live below ground. And in case you're wondering, why do they live below ground? That is because, and again, I'm not going to do a complete deep dive into this. If you want to deep dive into this, I have a designated video on it. This is just to provide like a little additional context. But thousands of years ago, look at it this way. Before we even go any further, I think maybe we can all agree and we can establish the fact that history is very easy to rewrite and to manipulate. And history is usually written by the winners of whatever particular event actually had gone down. Now, again, if we're going to go follow this thread and say that not only is our history potentially erroneous, it's not so far-fetched to believe that and to say it because I have an entire free standalone video on religion and the Cabal and how all of our religion has also been manipulated, and all of the religious texts, things have been taken out of it. So our understanding of religious texts is at best incomplete. At worst, it's been completely manipulated to change the text in its entirety. I more, believe it or not, lean in the favor of things being intentionally taken out of it versus it being completely rewritten. So anything, even if it has been manipulated on a lower level by not releasing or sharing the full religious texts, can drastically change the information that is in any religious text. So now that we've established that, so our religious texts have been doctored with, our history has been doctored with. It's again, just like if religious texts can be manipulated by intentionally leaving things out, then guess what? It's also incredibly easy to manipulate or alter history by intentionally leaving things out. So now that we've established that, I'm going to say some things that to some people are going to sound really fucking wacky. So you just please keep an open mind. And you might be, and not that I think anybody that might be watching this now is going to be one of these people, because, you know, if you're here, you're a vibrational match for me, right? And we're all pretty awake and aware here. But there's always going to be like an Agent Smith that's going to be like, well, I haven't read about that anywhere. So if I haven't read about that, how do I know that it's true? See parts passing. It's very, very easy to manipulate history by leaving things out. So now that we have established all of that, thousands of years ago, our planet was inhabited by extraterrestrials that came from another planet. Now these extraterrestrials that came from another planet, they are humanoid reptilians. Okay, now the humanoid reptilians have a very particular diet. Their diet is us. So at a certain point, powers that be were kind of like checking out what was going on then. They're like, no, this is not right. So they found a way to supersede the law of non-interference, and they were able to banish the humanoid reptilians to below ground. But the only way that they could do that is if the reptilian humanoids got trapped down there. And they had some people down there that were their sustenance. So for thousands of years, there have been people that have been living below ground with the reptilians, the humanoid reptilians. Now, as you can probably imagine, because of that, evolutionary, their bodies have changed because of that. How do you think their bodies might have changed? So they live below ground. So they're walking on a very, very rough and rocky terrain. Our soft and delicate little feet, we're just not going to cut it. So the feet have a much heavier, thicker, denser level or layer of skin on the bottom of it. Their feet also changed a little bit, where they're not quite so flat, but they can actually, like the foot is a little bit longer and it's a little bit bigger, and the toes can more like grasp the rocky terrain as well. Now, also because of the fact that they are living below ground, other parts of their body have had to change, such as their exterior, their skin. So they have a heavier, denser exterior layer of the skin. In addition to that, they have really, really, really big eyes. Their eyes almost look like the way, if you think about like an emoji, right? When they do like the emojis with like the big eyes popping out of the head, they have enormously large eyes because it's dark down there. So they have very, very big eyes so they can see more things. Now they also have a smaller mouth because their diet is not as diverse and as varied as ours is. They're mostly eating like insects, but if you're picking up an insect, an insect, it could be on a rock. So their teeth are also different. They have a smaller mouth, but they have like more jagged teeth. So if they are eating a rock accidentally, they can actually break it down. Those are just some of the ways in which the people that live below Earth live. Now you can let me know, lovely Shauna, if you have more questions about that, like specific questions, okay? I'm gonna catch up on some comments here, okay? Lisa, this is interesting. Never heard about underground people before. I'm just opening up to more things. I'm happy that you're here because you're gonna get it straight here. You're gonna get the honest to God's truth of what is going on actually behind the veil. Hey Steve, I'm glad you caught us. Hey, oh wow, totally forgot, but thankfully I just checked. Hey guys, you're right on time, Steve. Don't even worry about it, darling. Beth, Steve, I checked out your merch. So good. Steve, please send me the link. I completely forgot about it, darling. Definitely putting the DJ Bomb Drop shirt on my list to be purchased. I love that. I love that we get to support each other. Steve, hey Sarah, cool. I was just watching a video on all the miles of tunnels below every city on Earth. Nicole, that reminds me of the movie Time Machine with Guy Pearce. Well, look at it this way. They have to tell us. One of the big meaning and purposes of movies as a whole was for disclosure purposes, right? So again, it's satisfying their laws of karmic retribution. They can tell us whatever it is that they've been doing or whatever it is that they plan on doing. They just have to tell us first. And then however we choose to receive it, it's like, well, we already told you. It's on you if you're, choosing to receive it as if it's fictitiously. We already told you. So here, they're telling us in movies. Samaya, yes. Samaya asked an excellent question. Are alligators and crocodiles descendants of the reptilians? Yes. So a few of them kind of slipped away. And just like the people that got stuck underground with the humanoid reptilians have changed in time, the reptilians that stayed above ground, because they also were forced to evolve. And because of that, they were no longer as humanoid. So they weren't walking around on 2 feet. Now they went down to the ground and they were walking around on 4 feet. Yes. Millie, there's a lyric in a posthumously released Mac Miller song where he talks about realizing he's been surrounded. Oh my God. He talks about being surrounded by reptilians in the music industry. Yes. Millie, you're one of my members, right, honey? Check out the video that I have done on the reptilians, because I directly discuss that in the video. There are many, many, many musicians, but also record executive and record owner, like record label owners or whatever, however you refer to them, that are reptilians. A very, very notable one, he has his own segment in a previous AMA, Justin Bieber. When I looked into him, it was shown to me that he's a shape-shifting reptilian. Lisa, I love that, Faye, because I'm just naturally curious about the world and what is actually going on. That's why you're here, right? Because we're talking about what's actually going on. Yes, exactly, Nicole. Nicole said you're in the right place, Lisa. Hello, Jenna, my darling. I'm glad that you caught us. Yes, Cece, the world is, yes. But also when you understand how crazy the world actually is, you can start to understand why there is a veil. The veil exists for us because we have been so programmed to believe the world to be one way. If everything came out all at once, the way that the world actually is, like people would just like society would go to a complete halt. Nobody would be able to function. Society would like just stop, right? There has to be a slow come to Jesus moment, one could say. No, but really, there's a slow evolution of our consciousness where we come to understand all of these things, right? And that's why it's important that there's channels out there, whether you're watching me or you're watching somebody else that is talking about these things. We need to dismantle the matrix. We need to dismantle the veil. We need the information to be out there so when people are ready to receive it, there's people that are talking about it. Hello, Allie, darling. Jenna, people would, yes, they would have meltdowns and they would lose it. They for sure would. I love the face you just made, Allie. That was amazing. Yes, Ashley, it is a lot to take in. Yes, it's got to go in whispers. You know, there's a 17 drop about it, right? What did the 17 drop say? If the population knew everything that was going on, like 99% of the population would just like be in a mental institution. They wouldn't be able to handle it. Now, it's not to say we're not able to handle it. It's just to say that our understanding of it has to come out slowly in increments. If everything came out all at once, yes, that would disturb the entire, balance here on Earth. But a slow evolution of our consciousness, that's done in a healthy way where we are, it's kind of like, the way it's being shown to me right now is like a bowl. Here, I have like a wooden bowl here. It happens to have crystals in it. Imagine it's empty. Or actually, no, it's even better if we're taking the idea that it has crystals in it. Okay, so I have crystals in here right now. It's almost full to the top. So can I put that much more in here? Minimal, maybe. But if I take out all of my crystals and I now have an empty vessel, imagine how much more I could fill in here. So look at our understanding of the world as being the crystals that were in the bowl before. They were just taking up space. But they're also old and antiquated. So by removing our programming, we now will have an empty vessel that we can fill up with actual truth and high vibe information. That's kind of what's going on in the world right now. So ever so slowly, the old way of the world and the old systems are being dismantled, and it's happening in tandem with our consciousness evolving and ascending. Because then with that higher vibration, we now have the capacity in our empty veils to, our empty vessels, not veils, to bring in high vibe truths and realities. Nicole, Jenna, it's dismantling, and look around, they are melting down right now. You're most welcome, Millie. Steve, I have learned more truth from this channel than I learned. Oh, I love you, Steve. You guys are so gracious and you're so kind to me. Thank you for saying so. Lisa Sims, I definitely agree a lot, and some people would think we lost it if us who know this stuff would be considered crazy. True. So here's the thing. I was at a Little League game on Sunday, and there were some dads that were like kind of standing off to the side. Their kid plays on the same team as Pip, and they were talking about like Joe Rogan, and that Joe Rogan is kind of like they were like being kind of judgy. They were like, you know, he shouldn't really be using his platform to give voice to these conspiracy theorists. And you know me, guys. I mean, by now you probably know me. I cannot keep my mouth shut. I'm allergic. I have a Leo rising and a Leo moon. I'm allergic. If I have something, if I know the truth, I can't. I'm sorry. You know, I don't care if I get labeled the crazy girl. Guess the fuck what? I'm very okay with that label as it is. But I couldn't keep my mouth shut. So I hear them saying this, and I was like, I piped up. I was like, well, what if it's true? It just hasn't been revealed yet. Okay, they're looking over at me. So now I'm the disruptive girl. Fine. They were like, what do you mean? They were like, and then they started talking to me about like Alex Jones. Like, how can you have somebody like Alex Jones on the show? Like, Alex Jones was wrong about Sandy Hook. And I was like, okay, have you guys heard of the Freemasons? No. I was like, you might want to look into the Freemasons. I was like, have you guys heard of false flags? They were like, no. I was like, you might want to look into the false flags. You might want to do some research into how the Freemasons are connected to the false flags. I was like, what if all of these things are true? It just hasn't been revealed yet. Because I'm sure when Sir Isaac Newton shared his theory of gravity, people thought that he was fucking crazy as well. But just because something hasn't been proven to be true yet, doesn't mean that it's not true. Right? We cannot see gravity, yet we're all not floating off into space. So these things could be true, they just haven't been revealed yet. Yes, yes, hello Prayer, they are rose quartz in my little bowl, correct. Yes, right Steve, me too. Yes, yes Prayer. Jenna, yes, it is deconditioning mindsets. Well that's a silly take. Baseball dad, I know, right? I love what you said, that's a silly take. Yes, Ashley, Leo moon. I mean, I gotta tell you guys something. I know people think astrology isn't real. I started to understand myself. Like, there's certain things I never understood about myself until I like really got into astrology. Like, I was always into astrology, you know, like, oh, what's my sun sign? When I really started to get into astrology and I understood like my Leo moon, so many things about myself made sense. So many, like I'm allergic to fitting in. And I only understood that in the context of having a Leo moon. And also like I don't feel like I can be invalidated. Like I have to be recognized for being a unique individual. Like I don't want to be just like everybody. That's my Leo moon. Like I only feel comfortable in myself at home when it is taken into account that I am a unique individual. I'm not doing a good job of explaining it. I'm going to try to see how I can explain this better. So, my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, she bought me, according to the Jewish faith, when you get married, there are certain things that like the bride's family is supposed to buy for the groom and vice versa. So on Sabbath, we light Sabbath candles. So my former mother-in-law had gotten me the candlesticks that I was lighting Sabbath candles with. And then I found out she bought me the exact same pair of candlesticks that she had bought for my other sister-in-law. And I was like so offended about that. I was like, really? Like, I understand you maybe want to be fair. Maybe you don't want to spend more. Okay, I get that. Maybe take me to the store and give me like a price range and let me pick out my own. But just to like buy it and just to give it to me, and it's like there was no individuality that was taken into account. That really bothered me. And I was like, am I being petty? And like I asked so many people, like, and some people were like, yeah, you are being petty. And some people were like, no, that could kind of bother me. I can see that also. It got under my, it grated me. Because it's like, I'm like a unique individual. Like, I'm not just daughter-in-law 2.0. You can't copy and paste a person, you know? Anyway, that's just an example of where it really bothered me. Petty or not. Petty or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you. Ali, Afe, you missed my question. It's a silly one, but I've been... Honey, there are no silly questions here. I just shared with you how I'm a petty motherfucking bitch. There's no such thing as silly questions here. Bring it, girl. Bring your silly questions. But I did miss your question anyway. Lisa, I got Leo and Mercury, so I guess I am... Yes, you are supposed to... Leo and Mercury, you're supposed to speak your truth. Loud and proud, girlfriend. Steve, Faye, you got a super... Thank you, Steve. I was late today because I was playing with new makeup. And this just goes to prove, by the way, like, they're like, don't buy beauty products when Venus is in retrograde as it is now. You want to know what, guys? I got new makeup and it's thebomb.com. I know. I was putting it on and I was like, holy fucking bananas. This is like the best makeup I've ever bought. So thank you, Steve, for recognizing it. I appreciate you so. You could gloss the cover of Fabe. I don't know what that is, but I like that. What degree? Oh God, yeah. So I have Leo rising 0 degrees, and I have my Leo moon at 3 degrees. So I have a lot of early Leo energy, really early Leo energy. And both my sun and my moon are in my first house. First house. Does that say everything you need to know about me? Ashley, it's fascinating. Lisa, yes, me too. Astrology told me a lot about myself that I now understand, right? Samaya, shout out to us. Yes! Oh, baby, Sag moon. I love fire moon. I can't imagine myself any other way. Ashley, stand out in a crowd. There's no thoughts involved. Allie, she's constantly posting public tower readings about... I missed something. I am so sorry, guys. I missed Millie's question, and now I missed something else that Allie just said. Joe Granada, I love that song, Ready or Not. Did you like my spin on it? Petty or not? Allie, tarot readings. So my question is, if you saw that, she genuinely believes she's... I don't know who we're talking about. Here, thank you, Millie. Hold on. I don't know who we're talking about. I feel like I'm failing at my hosting this live stream today. For shame, Faye. For shame. You petty motherfucking bitch. Talking about like your ex-mother-in-law and not even like staying with your community. For shame. Steve, LOL. Don't cut and paste. Yeah. I sound like such a petty bitch. It bothered me, guys. It bothered me. Daughter-in-law 2.0. Don't cut and paste that bitch. Yes, haha. Big up on the petty or not remix. Millie. Hi, Faye. I had a dream where I looked up into the sky and saw, prayer hands and a Pegasus angelic horse last night. Any insight into the meaning of that? Oh, I love this question. Okay. So I'm going to read it again, and I'm going to come down onto my chair so I can see it better. A dream where you looked up into the sky, you saw prayer hands and a Pegasus. It's so brilliant in the simplicity of it, Millie. Are you following your dreams? Are you following your dreams? Because your dreams, when you follow them, not as in your literal sleeping dreams, your awake dreams. When you follow them, when you follow your awake dreams, as in what are the things that one might consider to be an unreasonable thing that one could obtain in this lifetime, when you follow them, they are divinely inspired. You are divinely guided. And when you follow your dreams, because they are from the divine, right? Like, what's our meaning and purpose in being here? It's to create. So if your dreams involve some level of creating something, it is coming direct from the divine. It is divinely inspired. When you follow your waking dreams of the things that you want to achieve in this world, when they are connected to creativity, they will sprout wings and they will take off and they will fly. As in, you yourself will expand your own personal evolution in this world. It is so beautiful in the simplicity of what the dream actually means. So Millie, are you following your waking dreams? The ones that you have when you are awake, not the ones you have when you are sleeping. What are the dreams of the things that you want to accomplish in this world? If they involved creating something, follow your dreams. They are from the divine. They are literally from the other side. And the message is, if you follow them, they will sprout wings, they will take off. You too will evolve in your own personal expansion and evolution when you follow your dreams. I love that. Nicole, it's not sharing Allie's question. I'm sorry, Allie. It seems to be happening. We had a members live stream over the weekend and it also happened. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. If you can type it up again or if somebody else can share it, I'm not too petty of a bitch that I'm not going to answer your question. Just share it with me again, please. Lisa, right, Faye, but sometimes people can take it the wrong way and I need to work on not being so judgy again. So this is a great point that you're bringing up. Share it just for sharing's sake, right? It's maybe not with the, you're not necessarily, look at it this way, you're not necessarily sharing with the intention of trying to wake anybody up, right? It's just sharing because it's the truth. And isn't the world better if we just speak a little bit more truth? Like, I don't know, these baseball dads, they could be thinking I'm like a crazy bitch. Okay, fine. Like, I have big shoulders. I can take that. I can handle it. But you know what? Maybe it's going to plant a seed in their mind and maybe it's not. I don't care. I was speaking the truth. And that was enough for me. As a truth seeker and a truth speaker, it's enough to share the truth, whether or not it's received by somebody where it's going to actually accomplish what we maybe wanted to accomplish. Ali G, there's a psychic reader named Amy Denton who says she's in a relationship with Henry Cavill and she's constantly doing tarot readings on him. It sounds like she's obsessed with him. Nicole, Faye, do you have your settings for all comments? I have it set up for holding back potentially inappropriate comments. If that's considered to be an inappropriate comment, I can't even begin to understand why. But Sarah is here. She's one of our mods. Guys, give a thumbs up to Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for being here. Thank you for being one of our mods. Ashley is here. She's also one of our mods. And Steve is here. He's one of our mods. I'm going to take off the setting that withholds any potentially inappropriate comments because I know that you mods have got us, okay? Let me take that off. I'm going to allow all comments. Okay. Mods, please keep your eyes open for potentially inappropriate comments. Now, let me catch up on the comments here. Ashley said stop. I'm not sure what you said stop to. Lisa Sims, towards people. Ali G, this is all public on YouTube. Nicole, I had a super crazy dream the other night as well. Well, here's also the thing, guys. You know, we have an eclipse in a couple of days. Are we all feeling the eclipse energy? Holy fucking bananas. Woo! Fated changes are coming. I can tell you that for sure. Millie, oh my God, thank you, Faye. Putting small pause on my personal dreams right now and helping out family. So that's why that dream came in. It's reminding you. It's not to say that it's not wonderful that you're helping out your family. It's just to say, don't abdicate your dreams. Your dreams, they are divinely guided and they are divinely inspired. So continue to follow them, Millie. Willow Pillow, I worked with Henry Cavill years ago on The Tudors. We all, he's so cute. He's so juicy. He looks much better now that he's had plastic surgery though, but whatever. We all had a few drinks one night and he made the moves on me, but I was in a relationship, and to be honest, he was very self-obsessed. You know what? I'm glad you're bringing the truth, Brahms, dear. Thank you for sharing that. Steve, haha, don't hold your horses. Ali G, this tarot reader, Amy Denton, says a relationship will be public soon, and she posts public readings on YouTube all the time. Is she nuts? Does she actually believe she is in a relationship with him? Let me look at her name again. Amy Denton? So what's being shown to me about Amy Denton's energy, she's like a bit like, kind of like an airy, fairy, airhead, valley girl from the 1980s. Like, this is her energy. Like, chewing gum, talking like a valley girl. Like, oh my God. Like, Henry Cavill and I were in a relationship, but we're keeping it on like the DL, you know? But like an airy fairy version of like a 80s valley girl. Like, they mean well, but they're a little self-deluded into their own... Self-deluded is the best way that I can put it. She's a little self-deluded. Her energy is a little self-deluded. I'm not passing judgment about her personally or per se. I'm sure she's a lovely person in real life. I don't personally know her. I'm not casting any judgment. This is just her energy. She's a little self-deluded. So take self-deluded, and I also think because she has a skill set such as tarot reading, she is funneling her self-deluded ideas about her connection to Henry Cavill into the tarot readings, because on some level she knows it's going to get a lot of views. I also think, in a way, it's kind of like a shtick she's doing. Because now, look, people are talking about it, right? Just like you're talking about it, there's other people out there that are talking about it, and they're like, oh, I wonder if this Amy Denton, maybe she's really in a relationship with Henry Cavill. It's a way, it's kind of like a self-deluded shtick she's doing to get more eyeballs, more views, more comments, more social interaction with her YouTube channel. That's what's coming in on Amy Denton. Beth, thank you, Sarah, Steve, Ashley, for everything, right? We have the best community, we have the best mods. I believe you, I love you guys, and I appreciate you. Nicole, Willow, I believe he would be like that. Joe Granada, yes, guys, thank you for saying thank you to the mods. Beth, absolutely. Ashley, no doubt, stop being so hard on yourself. Samaya, I felt like I needed to hear the dream message. That's why I'm always saying, guys, like, please don't hold back. Energy is everything. Like, whatever message one of us needs to hear, chances are there's more than one people in the group that also need to hear it. So if you got questions, ask them, because maybe I got answers for you. And maybe it's going to help other people as well. Steve, don't break Faye's heart with all these facts. No, it's okay. I'm just a petty bitch. I think, by the way, just like Big Dragon Energy was born in the members live stream over the weekend, I think petty bitch, I'm going to make merch that says petty. I'm going to rock that motherfucking sweatshirt, guys. I'm going to do it like, well, maybe not at carpool in the morning, because I don't know if I want the kiddies to see bitch, but like, I'm going to wear it on here. I'm going to live in my petty bitch sweatshirt, because guess what, guys? I'm a petty bitch. And I'm not afraid to own that shit, god damn it. I'm making a sweatshirt. It's going to say petty bitch, guys. It's going to say it. It's going to be basic bitch. It's going to say nothing. I'm not going to have a picture on there. It's going to say petty bitch. That's all it's going to say. I'm going to make it. You will see. I will wear it all the motherfucking time. Because I'm a petty bitch. Nicole, agreed, Samaya. Jamara, hey, I was just thinking about how I miss you today. Synchronicities are all around us, and I love that. And I'm glad that you are here, Jamara. Steve, boom. Hey, Jamara. Jamara, thank you, darling. It's also new makeup. Don't listen to people who say don't buy new makeup when Venus is in retrograde, because look, I'm a petty bitch and I have good makeup today. I'm not letting go of this, guys. I'm not. If you're tired of it, you can bounce. I won't be offended, I promise. But maybe by embracing my own inner petty bitch, I am encouraging you two to do the same. Millie, thanks to Maya and Nicole. I am a Sag moon too, by the way. I love that. Woot woot. I love the fire energy in here. Jamara said hello, and Ali said thank you. Ashley, self-promotion. Willow Pillow, thank you, mods. The mods are the best. You guys, I got nothing but mad love for you. Sarah Olson, do some alcoholics have low... That is an excellent question, Sarah. Now, if you have not seen the AMA that I had done on mental and physical, what's the word I'm looking for? Mental health concerns and physical health concerns, I have actually looked into alcoholics in there. I highly recommend going back and watching that. It's very, very insightful. That entire episode is very insightful. But the answer that you are seeking is in the question that you yourself just asked, Sarah. So instead of posing it as a question and saying, do some alcoholics have low vibrational attachments? You can completely rephrase it and you can say, some alcoholics have low vibrational attachment. Yes, the answer is in the question that you yourself just asked. Lisa, have you or can you do a behind the veil reading on the group Rascal Flats? There are many from my hometown. Thanks. Well, that's a shame. Well, they're in the club. So it's a bit of a shame. Yes, Ashley. Yes, girl, yes. Ashley said, I too am a petty bitch. There is no shame in being a petty bitch. Willow Pillow, will more celebs be exposed? Yes, yes, yes. And not just about Diddy's parties, they're going to be exposed about everything. Yes, 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 and more yes, they will. Nicole, petty bitch, if you know, you know. Willow Pillow, your face is extra fat. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Allie, Capricorn with Libra moon over here. Allie, are you Capricorn sun or Capricorn rising? Because I'm a Capricorn sun also. Maybe that's why I'm a petty bitch. No, it's because of my Leo. Strong Leo placements over here in this one. Ashley, I know a lot about addiction and alcoholism. I'm curious then if you saw the AMA segment I had done, if it resonated with you. Willow Pillow, yay. Lisa Sims, thanks, Faye. I suspected that, so you just confirmed it. Ah, Ellie, fellow Capricorn sun. I love that. I love that. Capricorn suns, we're a vibe. Holy fucking hell, are we not about every astrological sign? Like, I'm not picking favorites. Although if I had to, I would clearly pick my own. But no, we're all our own vibe. We all have our own interesting energy about us. Allie, Cap Sun, Libra Moon, Gemini Rising. Ooh, Mercury and guess what? My Mercury is in Capricorn also. Crazy, right? Venus conjunct Mars in Pisces. I love that. Hello, Yusuf. I'm glad that you joined us. It is very nice to see you as well. Great story about Yusuf. We were doing a channel live stream. He found us, he subscribed, and he stuck around. And I love that. I'm glad that you're still here, Yusuf. And I'm glad that you joined us today. Beth, not Sag Moon, but Sag Sun and Cancer Moon. Oh, I love that. Nicole, Ali, we are the same minus the sun. I'm Scorpio sun. I have Capricorn in my 6th house. I mean, that explains so much. Like, if you know me, it explains so much. I mean, and the little bit that you guys know about me, like, I'm sure that explains a lot also. But yeah, Mercury in Capricorn in my 6th house. Like, ugh. Some people tell me my communication is so dry. I'm like, you know what? I'm a petty bitch. No, I didn't say that, because that just came to me now. But yeah, like, we were once, like, this years ago, we were, like, trying to, like, arrange a whole bunch of us wanted to go to the movies. And, like, one of the people in the email, like, chat was like, you know, Faye, you are like, your emails are always like, you email like you work for a lawyer. And I was like, first of all, I used to. So you can take the girl out of the law firm, but apparently you can't take the law firm out of the girl. But also it's like Capricorn 6th house, Mercury in Capricorn 6th house. Yeah. So sue me. My communication can sometimes be a little direct and to the point. Okay. Maybe you're, what I should have said, because I'm a petty bitch, maybe I should have said, maybe your just communication style is basic bitch and I'm a little extra. Take that. Ashley, Virgo Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Leo Moon. Ooh, Ashley, that is power. You have a powerful chart. Lisa Sims, I knew because I remember what you said when celebs are highly successful. Yes. Samaya, okay. Yes, it's Venus in retrograde, and I bought a lip gloss. I love you, Samaya. I bought a lip gloss. I had my eye on back in January, and I will be dyeing my hair. Yes! That is owning, by the way, like going back to a different hair color, your original hair color. That is like so Venus in retrograde. You're like working so perfectly, Samaya, with the energy of Venus being in retrograde. Power to you, girlfriend. Samaya, this Venus RX is doing us, yes, some good with beauty. I'm telling you. I mean, the makeup that I bought, and not for nothing, I also returned something to Target, and I had like a $30 merchandise credit. I got all of this amazing new makeup. It didn't cost, I mean, obviously it cost me something the first time. It didn't cost me anything this time because I was using like a merchandise credit. I mean, if that's not winning, I don't know what is. Steve, I think that law firm joke was proof. Stiff. Beth, your brain, Steve. Yes, I know. Steve, I'm still not, I will never get over the comment that you made in the members live stream, Steve. I will never get over it. I will never. Mm-mm. Just like I got an email, Beth, I hope it's okay. I'm not going to say what you said. I got an email from Beth. I will never get over what Beth shared with me. Never. You guys are fueling, you guys give me life. I don't think you even understand it. The comment that Steve made, the email that I got from Beth, you guys fuel me. Not like in a narcissistic way that, ooh, that came out wrong. You guys are my vibe tribe. That is a much, much better way of saying it. Because any association to fuel just makes me think of a narcissist. And I may be a petty bitch, and I may be a Leo rising and a Leo moon, but I can assure you I'm not a narcissist. No, trust. I know I had a consultation with HD Tutor. I know for a fact I'm not a narcissist. That wasn't actually the purpose of the consultation. I knew I was an empath. I wanted to know what kind of empath I was, so yeah. Anyway, that's what I was just sharing with you guys. I'm not a narcissist. I don't need your attention for fuel. I have a very robust inner life that I can draw upon anytime I need to. And if I don't want to for any particular reason, I'll just sit down and channel. Because there's a lot of Yenta Penta celebrities that are, even now with everything going on in the world, they are all too happy to share with me or reflect back to me their own narcissism. Beth, I'm not a narc. HG says so. I mean, not for nothing, but he is the authority on the matter, is he not? He's amazing. His question, it's amazing. It's a questionnaire. He sends you a questionnaire, you fill out the questionnaire, you send it back to him, and then you get a response. He breaks it. It's so, like, it's a spreadsheet, guys. Like, there's a pie chart with different, like, breakdowns of, like, the different, because when it comes to being, like, an empath, we're all, like, you might have more predominant attributes of one particular kind of empath, and so the pie chart just kind of breaks down, like, what kind of empath you are. Like, what percentage this one, what percentage that one. It's so insightful because he also, like, in it, it's also letting you know, based on what kind of empath you are, what kind of narcissist you're most likely to attract. Very, very insightful. It was actually incredible. Very incredible value for what I had spent, and I even got it on sale. Because he sometimes runs sales on these things. I got it on sale. It was worth every penny and more. And even if I wouldn't have gotten it on sale, it would have been worth the full priced amount. But I'm a petty bitch, so I like that I got it on sale. Steve, I was thinking about taking an empath. Yes, 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 Steve. Not just Steve, anybody that is watching this. Yes. It is worth it alone just for knowing what kind of narcissist you are most likely to attract into your life based on the kind of empath that you are. Yes, unequivocally, yes, Steve. Anyone who's watching this, I highly recommend it. If you're thinking about it, it's worth it. Unequivocally worth it. Steve, okay, so the answer is yes. Yes, Nicole. If you go to any of his videos on YouTube, he has a link in the description box on how to purchase any of the services that he offers. I love you, Steve. Steve, thank you. Or you can go to his website, narcsite.com. I think that is also. Oh, Samaya. Honey. Samaya. Okay, so HG, this is not his real name. His name is HG Tudor. He is a self-aware narcissistic psychopath. He actually has been diagnosed as being a narcissistic psychopath, but he is self-aware. He knows what he is. So therefore, his YouTube videos are incredibly insightful, but he will explain everything in the way that narcissists actually operate. And you might be wondering, okay, Faye, so if he's a narcissist, what light can he shed on an empath? Well, just like he's a self-aware narcissist and he understands narcissism, narcissists' preferred fuel source are empaths, because we are, if you will, a wellspring of empathy that we can provide to a narcissist. That's like their preferred method of, or their preferred fuel method. I need to take a conscious hydration break. Hold on a second, guys. We're in shadow of Mercury going in retrograde. Of course, my mouth is not even like working today. But so because he understands narcissism, and because empaths are a narcissist preferred fuel source, he also understands empaths. So he breaks it down. If you do the empath test with him, he will break it down. He will tell you, based on the questionnaire that he receives back from you, he understands exactly what kind of empath you are. He also he has like his own categorization system for narcissists as well. He has like over 5,000 videos on YouTube. He's an incredibly prolific content creator, and he speaks the truth. Like anybody that has ever had an entanglement with narcissists, you will understand the entire dynamic so much better when we have access to his content. He does a serious service to humanity. That's all I'm going to say about him. Samaya, oh wow, that is very, yes, he's amazing. I actually interviewed him. I forgot if it was 2 or 3 times, but if you check out, I have a playlist. I recently redid all my playlists. I forgot what I renamed it to, but I think I have like high vibe interviews or something like that. And I have done 2 or 3 different interviews with him. You might want to check out the interviews I've done with him. Lisa, yes, I really like getting my most value for my money. So getting things on sale is my jam. You and me both, girl. Ashley said, wow. Yes, Ashley, they feed off of us. We're like fuel to them. That's why when I was like, you guys are my fuel, I was immediately like, oh my God, no, I don't mean that way. No, not that way. Samaya, what a soul mission he had, right? That is really cool and seems very intentional. The interesting thing, one of the interesting things about him is he always says he doesn't care about us. He's a narcissist, right? he's so upfront and honest about it. Like he'll say, like, this is just so I could further my own legacy. Like, do I really care if I'm empowering empaths? No. But this is just about like him, like you could say, if you will, it's asserting a level of control over us, but it's through the dissemination and the sharing of information that he has access to. And yes, even though he claims that he's not doing it for altruistic reasons, he actually is doing a lot of good in the world. So think of the dichotomy. Think of being a narcissist, and narcissists, they don't care about anybody else. They care about themselves. So this is somebody that came into the world, right? His soul chose to come into the world and to take on the personality disorder, not of just narcissism, but also psychopathy. But think of the good that he is actually doing in the world. He is dismantling the veil when it comes to narcissism. It's unbelievable. Yusuf, a narcissist has no power over you if you are ready in terms of energy, and you will just feel it. Either you follow it or ignore it, and you become the victim. Well said, Yusuf. Steve, best commercial ever. Ain't nobody paying me. I'm just sharing. Like I always tell you guys, like, I would probably make like a terrible brand representative because I'm not getting paid for half the things that I share with you guys. I just share. It's like, come on, guys, it's positive vibes. If I can help one empath become a little bit more savvy to the kind of narcissist that they're going to attract, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. Maybe that's why I don't have any brand sponsors yet. They're like, she just loves our shit so much, she'll talk about it for free anyway. Cece, what is the name of his channel again? He actually has two. I don't remember the second one, but the first one is Knowing the Narcissist. But if you search YouTube for HG Tutor, his channels will come up. Again, it's not his real name. He never shares his face. He has books. He's written books, but HG Tutor. Find him. He will revolutionize your life. Steve, great point, Yusuf. Lisa, but it gives us power to protect ourselves from bad energy who wants to drain us. Well, look at it this way. Knowledge is power. If you know you're dealing with a narcissist, that gives you a leg up over them. Because then you know, it's like, what does HG always say about narcissists? Once you know, go so. And it stands for get out, stay out. So once you know, go so. If you know you're dealing with a narcissist, get the fuck out of there and don't look back. Eshal, I have no idea what you said, darling. Jamara, have you ever touched on how someone like Kendrick Lamar got his popularity? Me assuming he's not in the club, LOL. Kendrick Lamar. No, he's definitely in the club, love. Because when I've looked into him I haven't done like a complete deep dive into him, but I was asked about Kendrick Lamar and, what was it? He had like a beef with, who was it? Drake? That was just for distraction purposes. They were playing out their role in the script of what was written into their characters of who they were cast to play on the world stage. You only get cast to play a character on the world stage if you're in the club, as he is. As is Drake. See how that works? Jamara, listening to the past life progression song so curious how to be so deep yet so mainstream. I don't know. I feel like Blake, oh, honey, you are in the right place. I could talk about this all day forever. For fucking ever. Yes, I feel like Blake, Ryan, Justin have a soul. They for sure do. Nothing like this that's happening so big and notable on the world stage is without some sort of a soul contract or soul lesson that they all agreed to work through in this particular lifetime. So yes, you're saying it perfectly correctly. That Blake, Ryan, and Justin have a soul agreement to play out in this drama in the 3D and contribute to the greater awakening. Yes, they do. Cece, thank you. You're welcome. Steve, HG seems to have a template or some even more broad knowledge at a deeper level that one doesn't really find any, because he's self-aware, that's why. Oh, thank you. It is Eshal Asif. Thank you for the clarification on how to pronounce your name. Jamara, Kendrick is the new chosen puppet. He just doesn't know it. He has a dark energy to him. Very, very good. Please so here's the thing, Ishal. I don't know what you're asking me. I'm happy to react if I know what I'm reacting to. I don't know what BTS is. So can you give me a little bit more clarity on that, please? I can tell you, but I don't know I don't know what you're asking me to tell you. Lisa, okay, thanks. I will look him up and use it for my greater purpose and benefit. Again, Ishal, I'm happy to react if I know what you're asking me. As of right now, I do not know what you're asking me, so I cannot react. Oh, I think it's a group. Okay, thank you guys. You guys are so savvy. You're way savvier than I am, because I'm just a petty bitch. BTS is a Korean pop group. It is like a K-pop. Okay. What do you want to know about them? Do you want to know if they're in the club? Do you want to like give me specifics here? Jamara, he has to know though if he's in the club. Yes, absolutely, yes. So do you remember, Jamara? Did you see the video that I had done on the club? Or wait, was it the club or was it the video that I had done in the club? They don't want people accidentally, especially when it comes to musicians. They don't want someone like accidentally stumbling into the club. No. Because what they do to the musicians in the club is so dark and demeaning and disturbing that they want them to know exactly what they're signing up for. So that way when they're corrupting that person, they're corrupting them so fundamentally and so thoroughly because that person knows what's going to be done to them and they agreed to join the club anyway. So there is nobody in the music industry that's like an accidental in the club. No. Like if they're a household name, they're in the club. Eshal, just what you think about them, please, and Blackpink. No, Lisa, it's never a good thing to be in the club because it's for somebody or a group, it could even be BTS, even though I haven't looked into them just yet. For anyone to be in the club, they have to have stuff. Lisa, Jamara, everyone that's watching this, either now or in the future, please watch my video on the club. Watch it all the way through. But specifically, if you want to understand about musicians, you want to understand about Hollywood, entry level, basic bitch entry level into the club is worshiping Satan. For one to worship Satan, they have to step away from God. So yes, if somebody is worshiping Satan, they've stepped away from God. That's already a low vibe thing. So everybody that's in the club, they are taking on low vibe energy and they willingly have taken it on. Yes, of course, Ashley. At Chamara, I think a lot of the time the agreements are at a soul level, not necessarily in the physical, correct? Jamara, don't say that because Snoop, yeah. So, right, okay, so here's the thing. There's always exceptions to the rule. There are always exceptions to the rule. What's been shown to me, or what's been shared with me by Ashton Kutcher's energy, is approximately 88% of everyone that's in the Hollywood or music industry is in the club. There are outliers. There are absolutely outliers, but 88% of everyone we see in Hollywood and music are in the club. Thank you. I'm actually very glad that Jamara, you pointed that out. Thank you for that, darling. Snoop ain't right and he's major. Me never getting over that, I know, right? An energetic contract, if you will. Steve, a wrestler had an ex-Grand Wizard on his podcast and he said, hold on, it's going by, 1 second. And he said, what the 4 things you are offered to choose for your time, for your fame to be created. He was the guy you were sent to if you wanted fame in the music industry. Wild. What are the 4 things out of curiosity? Ishal, what happened? Can you tell me from the start, please? Oh, yes. What do you want to know about from the start, though? Freyer, hey Faye, if we decide to have a romantic relationship with a soul in a soul contract before incarnating, do we make sure there is a physical attraction before incarnating? That's a great question. That is something that's worked out between the two souls. Because there's different levels of attraction. There can either be physical, there can be like almost like chemistry attraction that's like a step beyond just physical. There's also mental attraction, there's soul attraction, there's energy attraction. So it's something that those two souls will have worked out in advance. So the answer, Freyer, is maybe, but not always. Freyer, do we sometimes not play out the soul contract because there isn't physical attraction? Oh, that's an interesting question. That would come down to free will. Because remember, we could have soul contracts or soul lessons, we still have free will. So it's our free will decision that we can make in the day-to-day, even if we would have, because we are the cosmic creators of our life reality, we could have put something into our contract, right? Our soul's contract. We could come into the lifetime and we could be like, actually, I'm not feeling it. No. Guess what? That is us exercising our free will to veto something that we had put into a soul contract in this lifetime. We can still veto it. Free will, as I always like to remind you, reigns supreme. Free will even reigns supreme over the soul contracts that we have set up for ourselves. Look at it this way, as I cannot pronounce your name, and I'm sorry for that, but the woman from South Africa, she's pointing out we have this whole situation that's going on with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, right? This could have been a soul contract, not if. This is a soul contract that all of these souls agreed to work through. But let's say Blake Lively was offered the movie role and she turned it down. Free will reigns supreme. Then these souls with this soul contract, it wouldn't have come to pass in this lifetime. Free will. Let's say Justin Baldoni would have not have bought the rights to the book. Free will. It would have changed everything that's playing out right now. Free will reigns supreme. It's our own way of vetoing the life lessons that we have lined up for ourselves. Free will supersedes everything. Now, it's not to say that the soul contracts and the soul lessons are not going to be presented to us as an option. They will, but we still have the ability in our day-to-day to veto the contracts. Lisa Sims, I was wondering if there were exceptions to the club or some people can get out of it. No. So the club has been shown to me as the song Hotel California. Do you know the lyrics? You can check out But You Can Never Leave. That's the club. You can check out. You never really ever get out of it. Your contract can be not renewed, let's say. That's been shown to me. But if you are still under contract with them, you're not getting out. Jamara, yes. I know all about the club signs. I think I just need an encyclopedia on what everybody did to get in, right? It's not too nosy at all. I don't know, Ashal. What happened? Lisa Sims, I want to know too, Jamara. Ashal, honey, I want to answer your questions. You're asking two things, right? You're asking about this K-pop band, and then you're asking something else. I don't know the something else that you're asking right now. I don't even know. It might even be connected to the K-pop band for all I know. Jamara, that's the T, LOL, but also immediately it sets a perspective for who they are. Yusuf, wait, you are pretty, but not, I am a petty bitch actually, but thank you. Your energy is higher than the connotation of this words unless you give it a different kind of energy. I own it. That's why to me also, like, you know, the word fuck to me is high vibe. Because here's the thing, we can assign meaning to anything. Why do I have to prescribe to the what other people have said the terminology fuck means? Like, no, to me, it feels good to say fuck. I say fuck a lot because of it. You know what? When I say fuck, it raises my vibration. That's why I say fuck a lot. You kind of get it here? So to me, this idea of being a petty bitch, it's not negative. I own it. No one can use it against me if I own it, right? No one can be like, Faye, you're such a petty bitch, and mean it as an insult if I'm taking ownership away from them and I'm saying, guess the what? I'm getting out ahead of it. I'm assigning a high vibe meaning to it. I'm a petty bitch. But it's because I own it. So I am assigning my own meaning to it. It's not low vibe, just like the word fuck isn't low vibe. We can assign the meaning that we want to any particular word. Right? Just like the word shit has so many different, it's so versatile. It's like Wonder Bread, right? Like someone can be shit. They could do a shit job. That's like the low vibe interpretation. Someone can be the shit, and that's a high vibe interpretation, right? Someone could be a motherfucker, like, oh, that motherfucker, he cheated me out of $100,000. That's the low vibe expression. Someone could be like the coolest vibe motherfucker there is. That's a high vibe interpretation. So it's just taking it and claiming it to mean it whatever it is that you want it to be. Steve, okay, you asked. Oh. Okay, 1, drinking somebody's puke. 2, doing multiple animals, including dogs and cats. Well. 3, children. 4, consuming poop of animals and people. Steve, do you remember what came up with, what's her name, Alicia Keys? She was the one that was dropping the fecal matter for people to consume. Mm-hmm. And you get to choose. That is so sweet of them. Wow. They're all disgusting. They're all gnarly. They're all low vibe. And frankly, it surprises me not one bit. Beth, so sweet, Yusuf. Jamara, I want the full list sorted by popularity. Ashley, free will can be extremely tricky. Jamara, now that's content. Beth, wow, just wow, Steve. Okay, Aishal, what are you telling the story? I am not, okay, so, Aishal, I'm talking to everybody here as if they're very, very savvy to my content. I think you probably have not seen the videos that I have done on the Hollywood Club, on Hollywood, on the music industry, and you have not seen my video on the club. All of those videos should be absolutely essential viewing. I highly recommend going back and watching those videos because it explains everything. But, crash course, 88% of everyone that we see in Hollywood and the music industry, they are part of some sort of a club. Now the club has cast them to play some sort of a character out in the world stage. It could be good girl, right? Like Sabrina Carpenter, she's like so wholesome, right? It could be the slutty girl that sings about having a WAP. It could be like the guy who's gonna sing about gangster rap. Like they're all cast to play a certain kind of a role. It's the same exact thing in Hollywood. We think what we see in the magazines, like, oh, Megan Fox, like, oh, she's so edgy. Oh, Angelina Jolie, she is a bad girl that's been reformed, right? Oh, Jennifer Aniston, she's the girl next door. No, none of that is real. They have all been cast, just like they're cast to play a role in a movie, they have been cast to play a representation of a person out in the world as well. Now, they are part of the club. The entry level to join the club, and why you might be wondering, why would somebody want to join the club if they have to worship Satan? Well, these are industries that are typically attracting very wounded souls. These are souls that feel they are missing something inside of themselves. It usually is connected to self-love. And because they are missing it, and it's easier to run away from the things that make us feel uncomfortable, i.e. self-love, one might be tempted to think, if only I had a nicer car, I would feel better about myself. If only I had a bigger house, I would feel better about myself. If only I was famous and popular, I would feel better about myself. If only I could go rocking up to the club, iced out with the bling, I'll feel better about myself. So, because they are wounded souls, they are attracted to an industry such as Hollywood or the music industry. And again, because they're wounded and they are told, look at all of these people that you look up to. They are all successful because they worship Satan. Well, it doesn't matter if they believe Satan is real or not. They will worship Satan too because it gives them entry level into the club. Plus, because they are wounded souls, being in some sort of an exclusive club makes them feel like they belong. So that's why people are willing to join the club. They just have to step away from God in order to join the club. But you know what? They're wounded souls, so they're a vibrational match for it. So 88% of people that we see are in the club. There are outliers. Approximately 10 to 12% of those we see are not in the club. They are used for the purpose of kind of like being a front. So these are the people that are going to be in a movie set and they're going to say, I've never seen anything untowards happening to women. No. They're used as a front, as a cover. That's what we're talking about. Steve, they had to at least do these things. Yes, all on video. That's the first stage or first test to see what they will do. Now, I'm curious, Steve, because what's been shown to me in the past is sometimes it might have changed, but they used to get people inebriated to catch them on video so they could use them for blackmail purposes to get them to comply and to do what they wanted them to do. But it was without, let's say, them being given the choice. Because do you remember, guys, what I had seen, the Paul Walker? Do you remember what was shown to me about Paul Walker? He was at like some club, like not a club. He was at some party, like some industry party, like a house party. He walked into a room and he saw there was a male celebrity that was, how can I dance around this, was being pleasured by a minor. And off on the side was a naked adult woman, and it was being recorded. So my understanding of what had been shown to me was this guy got really inebriated, or maybe they even put something into his drink to make him all loopy, and he thought he was getting it on with a girl, and then lo and behold, there's a kid there, and they're recording this, and then he's done. They'll fucking blackmail him. It doesn't matter. Steve, they want the ones who will do them all. Beth, saying fuck it's such a good stress reliever, guys. Oh my God. I will never stop using that word. Steve, they go up the fastest. Jamara, it's like the claim to your life story. So what did you do to get in here? Ha ha ha. And I want to put it in a book. Let's start the real deconstruction. Ashley, the club. You can do the minimum and go through the motions, but detach emotionally because they take advantage of another's desperation to make the dreams come true. Oh no, I'm still here. Okay, I keep getting phone calls today. You guys would actually think like I'm popular or something. Why am I getting so many phone calls today? I don't know. You cussing is so funny. Fuck. Hold on. I was so eager with my cursing there that I moved my phone around. Lisa, agree. The kind of music that I like too, somewhat considered low vibe to me, energizes me. So somebody had asked about that. Someone had asked, like, if I listen to gangster rap or I watch scary movies, am I lowering my vibe? And the answer was unequivocally no. Like, if something makes you happy, it raises your vibration. It doesn't matter how it looks to somebody else. It matters how it feels to you, right? So somebody else might look at me and be like, Faye, you have a potty mouth. I'd be like, and not only do I have a potty mouth, I'm also a petty bitch. I don't care what else somebody else says about me. Okay, I have a potty mouth. I like to curse. Fuck, what are you gonna do about it? It raises my vibration. Jamara, so I'm bad vibes listening to them artists. Why is the music good? I'm not saying it's bad vibes. I'm saying consume it, sure, but when you're consuming it, at least understand what the context is behind it. Right? I always share with you guys, I have friends that like watching like The Real Housewives. It's scripted. They know it's scripted, but to them it's like campy, it's stress-free, it's whatever, I'm tired and I just want to like zone out. They're watching it knowing that it's not real. So you can consume whatever it is that you want to consume. I think it's an extra layer of protection between us and what it is that we're consuming if we at least understand what is the energy that is behind it. I'm sorry, Jamara. Jamara's like, you ruined my image of her forever. LOL, I think that every time I see her now. Beth, that's what the IV are actually. Oh, that's an interesting perspective, Beth. Wow. Freyer. Hey, Faye, do you feel like in Vedic science, Hinduism, they have a very heavy viewpoint of karma? Like they believe you have to, yes, very heavy. This is, I also don't agree with Dolores Cannon on this, because Dolores Cannon is like, you will come back over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until you clear your karma. And I say bullshit. That's not what I have seen. It has been shown to me that at any single time we can tap out. We can be like, peace out, motherfucker, I'm done with the earth plane. We're not fucking hapless victims. I tell you that all the time, guys. Ain't nobody plucking souls from the ether and stuffing them into bodies unwillingly. I will, however, also say that when we are out of our body, we are in God's presence. There's nothing but love. And again, because there's no time on the other side. 10 minutes, 10 years, 10,000 years, it all feels like that. So once we're with God and we have no concept of time and everything is just like this, we might make the decision and be like, what's another lifetime? All right. I didn't have every experience I wanted to have. Okay, I'll go back, I'll do it again. Okay, my free will tapped me out of having this soul contract play out. Whatever, let's go back, let's have another go around. Because we're in the most highly aligned expression of our soul at that time. We make different choices. But yes, I agree with you, it's very heavy. And I do not agree with that. And not only do I not agree with that, that's not even what's been shown to me. But I also think, just like there are people that believe that hell is real, there are people out there that this interpretation is going to resonate with them. There is contrast that exists in the known world, and sometimes that contrast that exists comes through external sources, because we are all operating at our own vibration, and our vibration is going to line us up with a similar and complementary vibration. That's going to resonate with some people, right? That's great. I'm happy that that information exists for some people. I actually have a great story. One of my 9 lives before becoming an energy reader was, I'm also a certified sports nutritionist. So I was working with a client, and the client that I was working with was friends with another client of mine. And this other client of mine had confided in me. She had told me, she's like, let's say, I'm going to make up names. Diana. So I was working with Diana, and I was working with Susie. So Susie told me, Diana thinks that you're sabotaging her. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? She said, I know. That's what I told her also. I told her, no nutritionist is going to sabotage a person. So I was like, why did she think that? She's like, well, she thinks that you're telling her that she has to eat too much. I was like, okay, I hear that. So she stopped working with me. I'm okay with that. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Do you know who she started working with? This is wild. Again, I heard from Susie. Susie told me she was working with a different nutritionist that told her, you can eat anything you want to, but you can chew it and then you have to spit it out. You're not allowed to swallow it. That sounded sexual. It was all about deprivation, because my vibration was, let's give you what you want in moderation so that way you don't feel like you're missing out on something, right? Why do so many diets fail? Because it's involving so much caloric restriction, it makes people fucking miserable. So as a nutritionist, my approach is, we're gonna budget into your schedule certain things that you can eat and in certain amounts, so that way you don't feel like your life has no value and meaning any longer. That didn't vibrate with her, right? Because she is somebody that needed to feel severe restriction in her life. So she started working with somebody that said, you're not allowed, you can chew the food, you have to spit it out. You want to get the taste on your taste buds, you can't consume it though. Okay, that's what worked for her. I'm so happy she found somebody that worked for her vibration, right? There's people that are going to want to line up with a heavier, darker vibration, such as the Vedic texts, or, you know, thinking that hell is actually real, and guess the fuck what, guys, if you do one too many sins, you're going there and you will burn forevermore. That doesn't vibe with me. That doesn't vibe. Like, even before I was an energy reader and I got to see these things behind the veil, like, I'm sorry, that's just not God. That's just not God. That doesn't vibe with my interpretation of what God is. God loves us. God doesn't want his children to burn. You have children? Would you want your child to burn forever? No? Guess the fuck what? God doesn't either. Catching on comments here. Prayer. I also feel like we don't have to play everything. We do not. You can tap out at any time. Free will reigns supreme. We can decide to clear karma with another person if we simply don't want to. Yes, correct. Lisa, just so gross, Steve. No, it's not explicit. Everybody wanted to know. Yes, Ishal, welcome. Welcome to the Truth Seeking and the Truth Speaking channel. You are in for a treat. Yes, Jamara, life is explicit. Beth, so true, Jamara. Lisa, now I really feel sick just thinking about all that stuff. Jamara, no. Okay, the real tea I want to know is about the musicality. Why these songs slap so hard. Structure, composition, lyrical embodiment, creativity, if so dark. Learn so much from the music though, because they're siphoning the connection to God, even though it's low vibe, because of the sodomy that they are doing to the new artists that are joining the club after them. They're still connecting to something that's divine. They're connecting to the divinity through sodomy. So even though the vibe is dark, there is still some divinity that is interwoven into it. Jamara, slap so hard means I like the music a lot. It's really good. I got you, girl. Lunigzwa, music and art in general comes from God, correct. But these entities, yes, correct, they hijack it for their demonic agenda, correct. That's why good music and movies can come from bad people. Perfectly said. Again, they're siphoning the energy off of people that are still connected to the divine. Steve, oh Jamara, this is why I pay attention to as well what they have done to the actual sounds themselves. Ashley, they are packaged and sold, told how to dress correct, speak, what attributes to have, haircuts, partners. All of it is fabricated. Correct, Ashley. Jamara, the souls is all in the music, right? Steve, they have made it into hypnotic mindlessness recorded on disruptive frequencies on repeat. Yes, Ashley, humiliation rituals. Jamara, or am I such an alchemical light being that I can, yes, we can. Yusuf, true, those words are meaning free, but the meaning we give them, exactly. Ashley, certain music is made to make people feel certain things. Samaya, oh my god, it's like my friends love this show called Baddies, but watching it makes me feel so heavy. All they do, ugh. Why? Why is garbage like that still being made? Samaya, so I don't watch with them. Steve, he also said they use Lolita boys that are actually girls, so when they think they are having, I'm gonna use the other term for it. When they think they're sodomizing somebody with a wee boy, it is actually a girl in disguise with a false budge. This deviance blew my. You know, and honestly, there's almost at this point nothing I can hear that's actually gonna surprise me. Because it's all low vibe. It's all a perversion and a corruption of some kind. Samaya, wait, Steve, who is saying all of this? Steve, the ex-Grand Wizard who was in the club since he was a child and worked his way up. Samaya, ooh, Steve. Circle Oracle. Samaya, that is wild. He didn't sign an NDA. Steve, aka Turn to Christ. Ashley, I was always under the impression that sodomy was a huge part of the club Satanism. Yes, it is. Freyer, I think it's so sad how the teachings of Dolores Cannon has, turned so cultish. The daughter of Dolores Cannon that runs the Instagram page and Kaya Wittenberg, which is apparently a man, have frequent lives on Instagram. I've watched a few of them and they come off as narcissistic to me, like what Dolores Cannon's teaching are holy truth, kind of like a cult. Sad many people don't question it. That's how you know you're in a cult. You don't question anything about it. Ashley, I don't think God wants us to be feared. Millie, revibrations. I've been feeling distant from old friends and even feeling people I used to really admire and respect changing their vibe towards me. So instead of saying that they're changing their vibe towards you, Millie, if you reframe it and you say that you are actually ascending and you are outgrowing them, it's going to give you a more empowered feeling, and it's not going to feel like there's anything wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just no longer a vibrational match for them any longer. Yes, vibrations really do change the people around you. It's kind of like a karmic resetting that we can, because like, what do they say about eclipses? They bring fated and karmic changes to our life. I kind of look at it like, if we want to create our own mini eclipse in and around us, we do that with our vibration, because we're going to eclipse people out of our life, or we're going to eclipse as in bring fresh people into our life, but it's all a matter of our vibration. So it's kind of a way of like having more control over what is going on in and around us. I'm glad you were able to join us, Lisa, darling. I'm not gonna stay on too much longer myself because I gotta get dinner started from Mr. Pip Magoo. But I can stay on maybe like another 15 minutes. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Her vibration is growing. I'm so excited. I caught up on comments. Go me. Samaya, what is for dinner, Faye? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. That's probably why I'm gonna have to get off here sooner rather than later so I can go figure it out. Or I don't know, maybe I'll go for a walk and I'll pick up takeout today. I don't really know, actually, to be honest. I kind of feel like it might be a takeout. It's like, look, it stopped raining. It's cold. I'll bundle up. At least my makeup looks good today. I don't mind leaving my house looking like this. I mean, there's worse things that could happen to a petty bitch such as myself. Let's just have that be known. Millie, thanks, Faye, and take no prisoners. Appreciate it. Samaya, I'm craving spaghetti. Oh, God. I had it a couple of nights ago, and it's like my digestive system is saying no mas. I feel like I need like a really good salad tonight, actually. Guys, this is, again, this is why I would make a terrible brand rep, because you don't have to pay me. I'll just share the goods with you guys. Like the guides don't ask for payment, right? They're not like, no, Faye, you have to charge for the goods that we bring. No. The only spaghetti that I personally will eat is from a brand called Jovial. It's brown rice. It's much more gentle on digestion than regular pasta is. It's fabulous. I actually cannot even eat regular pasta anymore because I eat it and it's like, oh no, why did I do that? Yeah, spaghetti does sound. But I need a salad tonight. No, I'm probably gonna go up to like Mendocino Farm and get like a big hearty salad because they make delicious salads. And I don't have defrosted meat. Otherwise, I would make burgers, and then I would make a burger. So, like over the summer, that's my like literally, guys. I'm such a basic bitch. If I find something I like, I will make it and I will eat it every single night, and I will not deviate. So in the summertime, like my basic bitch dinner is I make burgers and then I crumble it up and I make a delicious salad that also has the burger in it. Oh my god! But like I don't have defrosted meat, so I can't do that today, so whatever. It's a salad for mommy, and probably I'll stop at a sushi place and I'll get sushi for Pep. Because he likes he's not gonna eat a salad. I'll eat the salad. Beth, how good, bad are potatoes? I could eat them every day. They're not good, they're not bad, they just are. It's like music. Like, okay, so someone listens to gangster rap. If it makes them happy and it raises their vibration, your guides are never going to tell you not to listen to something that raises your... Again, unless it hurts another person. Beth, does eating potatoes hurt another person? No. So eat those fucking potatoes. Enjoy them. There's nothing wrong with eating potatoes. Ashley, isn't bizarre how I'm feeling empathy for a group of people I normally detest? No, it's an indication that your vibration is expanding. It's a beautiful thing. I have a lot of empathy for people that I don't like. Believe it or not, even energy readers have people that they don't like. I know, shocking. Ashley, I do that to petty bitch. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm making this... It's going to be the most basic of basic bitch sweatshirts. It's just going to say petty bitch. I don't know what the font is going to look like yet. I will probably get it in every single motherfucking color and I will wear it to death. To death. And then if I'm wearing it when I'm going out to like, I don't know, run errands or something and people are like, oh, I like your sweatshirt. Guess the fuck what? I'm going to be like, it's mine. It's my merch. Check out my website. Check out my Etsy page. I'm also a psychic. It's going to be free advertising because I know I'm not the only petty bitch in the world. Good night, Faye. First time catching you live. It was awesome. Love to everyone in the chat from Southern. Love you, darling. I'm so glad that you caught us. I loved your participation in the live stream today. You brought a lot to it, and thank you for being here. We got maybe 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to bounce, guys. So if you got other questions, things that you want me to look into, now be the time. Beth, thanks for showing up. Love back at ya. I love this group. We could be petty bitches, but we're also really nice bitches. What is that, Ashley? Are you asking me about graffiti? I don't understand what you're asking me about, Ashley. I think that says graffiti, right? Or is it grafty? I don't know. I need some sort of context. I don't know what you're trying to say there, darling. Freyer, have you had more clients like myself where they go to a practitioner, psychic, medium, healers, etc., and then they get triggered by the client's lights or abilities? Let me think about that. No, not directly, but I have heard from a number of other people that there's other like light workers on YouTube that they watch and they feel like it's a low energy that they don't want to be part of any longer. I do hear that, but not that they themselves and Freya, if you want to share what that's about, you're welcome to. I, of course, as I hope you know, would never disclose anything that we discuss. But not exactly, no. Beth, had a great time as usual. Thanks, Faye and everyone. Love to all. I love you, darling. Beth, I'm so glad that you joined us. Petty or not, here I go to bed. Oh, I love that. I'm a petty bitch. I cannot wait to make myself some merch and order some of it. Ashley, the hoodie, petty bitch in graffiti writing like it's Tao. I love that idea. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find a font that looks like graffiti. I think that would be seriously cool. Yes. I'm gonna see if I can find that. I love that idea, Ashley. Thank you for that. That's gonna be the bomb. Oh my god. And then there's another really, really insane one. I have to just make it go live. So good. So good. Steve, see you everyone. Don't forget your big dragon energy. I gotta make that one go live also. I'm not very happy with it though. I'm not able to find the exact dragon that I had in mind for it. So I'm kind of just going with like the next best thing. And it's a bit basic bitch, but it speaks volumes because it still says big dragon energy. You know what? I'm gonna share another sneak peek with you guys, my Telegram chat. I'm gonna put up the big dragon energy and you guys can weigh on in it and you can let me know how you feel about it, okay? Samaya, good night everyone. I know, Ashley, it's a fantastic idea. I love that. I think it's amazing. I'm still here for another couple of minutes. If you're all bouncing, I'll bounce too. I'm perfectly okay with it. Jamara, any instance of people who said, if they blackmail, I'm out of here. Can you explain what that means, Jamara? Because here's the thing, the blackmail already exists. The blackmail is an insurance policy, if you will. It's to assure that these people are going to do what they are told that they need to be doing, and so that way they don't color outside of the lines. Freyer, yeah, I'm still kind of affected by that experience. I have so strong feelings and miss the person that used to be famous because he happened to be famous before passing away. I know, honey. Freyer, but I so often cry when I think about him. Well, because you had a strong soul connection and it's beautiful. But yes, when we have that strong of a soul connection to somebody, it definitely can cause, distress for us. But I want you to know you're not alone in that, Freyer. Really. I know, I can feel what you are going through, and you're not alone in this. I promise you that. Ashley, this world is like a science fiction movie. Well, you know what they say, truth is stranger than, or I don't know. My mom used to tell me this growing up. I mean, is it any wonder I turned out the way I did? But my mom used to say, truth is stranger than fiction. And boy, oh boy, is that true. Like, everything beyond the veil, like, that's why being an energy reader will never get old. Literally, I was visited by an entity. Okay, like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna watch like some fucking movie about entities. I was visited by one. In fact, I know many of you have been visited by entities as well. That's way better than some crappy movie made about crappy subjects like that. Millie, oh my God, one last question. Thoughts on Brian Tracy, the motivational speaker? Been listening to him a lot lately. What do you want to know about him specifically? You want just like a general overview? His third eye and his crown chakra are blown wide open. He has a lot of angelic entities. Look at, I would actually say ancestors. He has a lot of ancestors that are all around him. I think a lot of the things that he is saying is actually wisdom that was accumulated from his ancestors that he is actually giving voice and he is actually speaking out into the world. Yeah, life imitates art, isn't that true? Brian Tracy, what else can I tell you about him? Oh, he's fucking phenomenally gifted. He is clairaudient. He is clairvoyant. He is claircognizant, right? His third eye and his crown chakra are blown open. He's got tons of ancestors. Like there's a line of ancestors that are still even waiting to come into him to share the wisdom that they have with him. He's phenomenally gifted. Ashley, the entities outnumber the population 2 to what? By the way, no joke. No joke. There's so many people that are actually starting to tell me they see shadow people all the time. And when they see shadow people, it's not like they see one. It's like there's 5 of them. So I would even say, Ashley, probably the entities outnumber the human population, like probably 5 to 1, if I had to guess. Millie, wild, he's motivating the hell out of people on YouTube to hustle in business. It's no surprise. I mean, he's phenomenally gifted. Phenomenally gifted. Like the only one that I don't see lit up on him is clairsentient. But he has every other gift beside for clairsentience. He's a medium too. I actually don't know if he knows that he's a medium. But, you know, the presence of all of the ancestors around him, that's mediumship. I just don't know if he knows it or if he says it, but he's got all of them but clairsentience. Phenomenally gifted. All right, do we have any other questions? If not, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to go bundle the fuck out of myself so I can go take a walk and pick up dinner. I'm such a baby. I mean, living in California has made me very soft. And you want to know what? Here's the thing. Just like I'm a petty bitch, but I own that and I take that on and I've reframed it to be a positive thing, I was always soft. I was incongruent living in New York because New York makes people hard. I never wanted to be hard. I want to be soft because it actually takes an enormous amount of strength to be soft in this world. Being hard is easy in the 3D, but remaining soft is actually requiring more strength. So when I was living in New York, in an environment that makes people hard and the weather makes people hard, and god damn it is that place the ugliest place I've ever been in my life. So being inundated with my 3-dimensional eyes with ugly, ugly, ugly every day made me miserable. I'm perfectly okay being soft living in California because you know what, guys? I'm actually living in alignment when I live here. So okay, I'm a baby because it's 50 degrees outside and I complain how cold it is. Okay, I'm a petty bitch. I'm okay with that. Jenna, Faye, I got a question. Bring it, girl. Miley, much love, Faye. Thanks for your... I love you guys. I love you, Miley. Jenna, Kimberly Birch passed away a few days ago off an 80s themed cruise ship. Did she do... Ooh, why? Yes, Ashley, it does. Jenna, that's hella cold, I get it. Meanwhile, Jenna lives in she lives in Canada. You might as well be living in the North Pole, that's how cold it is. I appreciate you being empathic for my struggles, Jenna. I genuinely do. Let me answer your question. Kimberly Birch, and then Freya, I'm gonna read what you said in a moment. I want to answer Jenna's question about Kimberly Birch. So what's being shown to me about her is she was what we would call functionally depressed. The way that her energy, oh no, I hope it's not starting to rain. Whatever the fuck, I'm gonna go anyway, I'll just carry an umbrella. What's being shown to me is, you know the example I give where people pick up energy tags? Like they walk out of a public bathroom and they have toilet paper stuck to the bottom of their shoe and they don't know that it's there. So replace the toilet paper with black toilet paper because it's an indication of her energy. She was carrying an enormous amount of heavy energy, depressive energy around with her. So this is what I would call functional depression. She could function, but she was so overwhelmed with depression. It wasn't like the kind of depression that made her not be able to function. Like, oh, I just need to stay in bed and sleep all day because I'm so depressed. She could function fine, but she was carrying an enormous load of depressive energy. I do think she did, I think she did do it to herself, yes. It's also being shown to me, I think she may have had an eating disorder as well, because again, she felt, it's without kind of like the understanding of the way that energy can inundate us. She was so overwhelmed with this energy, she felt out of control in her life because I'm being shown, and this could either be a metaphor, but it could also be very, very literal. I'm being shown, oh yeah, it's raining. Anyway, I'm being shown her like throwing up. Like, not like she has a stomach virus and she's throwing up, as in she is going to the bathroom after she eats and throwing up. That's why I'm more inclined to say that it was an actual eating disorder and that this is not a metaphor. But again, it was because she was so overwhelmed and inundated with the heavy energy. All she felt she could do was literally like, just to feel like she had some semblance of control in her life. So yes, Jenna, I think she did do it to herself. Freyer, hey Faye, I had an in-between dream and awake state experience. I heard dramatic strings and they got silent. I then heard an angelic voice sing kind of like opera. They sounded similar to the elf singing of Lord of the Rings. Can you elaborate on this? What entity was this? This is actually being shown to me. You had some sort of a behind the veil experience. Is it the time of year where there's northern lights right now? Because what's been shown to me about the northern lights is it's a tear between reality. It's like, you know, when they say the veil is really thin, that's actually what it is. It's where we're getting insight into another dimension. You were actually, it came in as a dream, but it was actually some go between, like, I almost feel like you were like on a ley line that has to do with like the northern lights. You were getting some sort of an energy from the other side, Freyer, which is wild. I would say this is a auspicious time to meditate like hell. Like, sit down and just meditate, because I have a feeling you're going to be getting a shit ton of downloads coming in, Freyer. Jenna, I'm always cold. Ugh, it's really coming down. I don't want to try it. It's so close, but fuck. I'm a petty bitch. Ashley, I'm in New York City, New Jersey, hard as fuck, and lately I'm becoming crazy soft. You get exactly what I was saying. I was such a hard bitch when I lived there, and that's just not me. Joe Granada, thanks, Faye. Bye, darling. I'm glad that you caught us. Jenna, thank you, Faye. Appreciate it. Freyer, yes, we had northern lights a few days ago. That is why. Meditate, Freyer. Meditate. We get them often. Like, you live in... I live in land of smog and shitty celebrities. You have northern lights often? Fuck, man. Me and my cold restrictions. I could be having northern lights frequently if I just wasn't such a baby about cold weather. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I can't see the I know who you are, but my ring light is blinding me. Soft is hard, yes. All right, guys, I gotta go. Now I gotta not just bundle up. I gotta go unearth an umbrella from who the fuck knows where, so I can go out and I can get food for myself and my child. Jenna, ha ha ha. We do up north, hence northern lights. Not fair, not fair. I love you guys. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna make any promises. I will try to record my video on either Albert Einstein or Freemasons, maybe tomorrow. If not, you will have that video for next week, I promise. Whether I am in the mood or not, I will share it with you. Ashley, reach out to me. Anyone. If anyone is ever in LA, you better reach out to me. I will be so fucking pissed if I found out you were in my neck of the woods and you did not come to visit me. Come to visit me. Let me know that you are here. We will get together. When Jenna was here in LA, we got together. We had a fabulous time. It was amazing. So if anyone is ever in LA, please hit me up. Let me know you're here. We will get together. It will be wonderful. Sarah, is the Kylie Jenner... Oh, no, it's so fake. They were put together. It's so fucking fake. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not... I see them and I'm like, oh my God, it's not real. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go pick up food, guys. I love you all. Thanks for being here. I had a grand time. Mods, I love you. Sarah, thank you. You rock. Steve, thank you. You rock. And Ashley, thank you. You rock. I am blessed to have mods like you. I am blessed to have the best channel in the world with the best subs in the world. I love you guys. Yes. Soul sister, I love you. I gotta go bundle up like I live in Antarctica and go pick up food because I'm a mother and I'm a petty bitch. I love you all and I will see you soon. Bye, and remember to please stay in the high vibration. Bye, y'all.